Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. In the small matters, trust the mind. In the large ones, the heart. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exists in our subconscious. Most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. All family life is organized around the most damaged person in it. Words have a magical power. They can either bring the greatest happiness or the deepest despair. Love is a state of temporary psychosis. Maturity is the ability to postpone gratification. I have found little good about human beings. In my experience, most of them are trash. Knowledge is the intellectual manipulation of carefully verified observations. History is just new people making old mistakes. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Not to know the past is to be in bondage to it, while to remember, to know, is to be set free. The only shame in masturbation is the shame of not doing it well. When one does not have what one wants, one must want what one has. The aim of psychoanalysis is to relieve people of their neurotic unhappiness so that they can be normally unhappy. The only person with whom you have to compare ourselves is that you in the past. And the only person better you should be, this is who you are now. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman. She will be all ears. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. I became aware of my destiny, to belong to the critical minority as opposed to the unquestioning majority. Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Without love we fall ill. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. Look into the depths of your own soul and learn first to know yourself. Then you will understand why this illness was bound to come upon you, and perhaps you will thenceforth avoid falling ill. Religion is a system of wishful illusions together with a disavowal of reality, such as we find nowhere else but in a state of blissful hallucinatory confusion. Religion's 11th commandment is thou shalt not question. 2 hallmarks of a healthy life are the abilities to love and to work. Each requires imagination. There is a powerful force within us, an unilluminated part of the mind separate from the conscious mind that is constantly at work molding our thought, feelings, and actions. When someone abuses me, I can defend myself, but against praise I am defenseless. Were we fully to understand the reasons for other people's behavior, it would all make sense. Where they love, they do not desire, and where they desire, they do not love. Psychiatry is the art of teaching people how to stand on their own feet while reclining on couches. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. To be completely honest with oneself is the very best effort a human being can make. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The unconscious of one human being can react upon that of another without passing through the conscious. Time spent with cats is never wasted. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. I prefer the company of animals more than the company of humans. Certainly, a wild animal is cruel. But to be merciless is the privilege of civilized humans. Crystals reveal their hidden structures only when broken. But one thing about human beings puzzles me the most is their conscious effort to be connected with the object of their affection, even if it kills them slowly within. There is little that gives children greater pleasure than when a grown-up lets himself down to their level, renounces his oppressive superiority, and plays with them as an equal. It is not attention that the child is seeking, but love. One must learn to give up momentary, uncertain, and destructive pleasure for delayed, restrained, but dependable pleasure. A woman who lacks sex speaks about sex. Hungry talks about food. A person who has no money about money. And our oligarchs and bankers talk about morality. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.